you so much. Minister, again, it's a pleasure to be here
in your company and the ministry. I just want to ask, what's the minimum wage of the Republic of Liberia, and how is the ministry working to enforce the minimum wage, whether it's in the public sector or the private sector?
Decent work bill. The decent work bill, or decent work act now, because it started as a bill, is an act meant to bring decency to Liberian workers, both in public and private sectors. The central government is ensuring that the minimum wage is not less than 150. According to the Minimum Wage Act, the minimum wage of Liberia should be 150 United States dollars. That is the minimum wage. Now, I know that there may be challenges in even the private sector entities to enforce it or to live by it. The Ministry of Labor is well positioned to give you answers on that. They monitor that. But what I wanted to really talk about has to do with what we pronounced. We pronounced during the budget formulation process that the President had instructed, and the budget had accommodated a situation where no one working in central government will make less than the minimum wage of 150. That was the pronouncement we put out. And that in central government, no one will make less than 150 US dollars. When we came in, there were people, not a huge number, but there were still people making less than 150. And so I can pronounce to you again that we fulfilled that pledge, and that no one on the central government wage bill is making less than 150 United States dollars as a minimum wage. Now, there's been some confusion in the public. I know that some influencers have put it out there that the information we put out was not correct, that they've seen some folks in that work for government, central government, that have shown them, salaries $70. Sometimes some have said, $40 or $40 or $150 or $125, and different figures have come up. But let me just explain this. And maybe we need to engage in more budget or financial literacy for the whole society. And the basis of knowing is to accept that you don't know, so that people will give you information. When we say the wage, it is the gross. Even in the US, those that work for hourly wages, $20 per hour, $15 per hour, I don't think they expect that at the end of the pay period, maybe 2 weeks or so, that the American government will not deduct taxes. So the minimum wage or the salary is expressed as gross. Now, there are taxes deducted from the wage or the salary. Now, besides the taxes, they also contribution for Social Security, and also based on the employees and where they work, they could also be contributed to some insurance. Also, some employees may go as far as taking loans from banks. You don't know how much they might have taken from banks. And here is it. So the government will subtract the tax from the salary and the social security contribution. And then what happens is that the remainder after that is bifurcated. We get a US dollar component and get a Liberian dollar component. We pay currently 70% in US dollars, 30% in Liberian dollars. So the employees have the right to declare what they want to declare.